What happens if you feel so safe in your environment? You have another person who lightly touches you to remind you that you can be exactly as you are. There are no judgments here, and that you have as much time as you want for the repressed memories and the very intense emotions to come up and kind of break the thresholds of this huge cement block that you have built to keep you safe. What if you have this for yourself to allow things to come out as they are, to honor your traumas? Well, today I'm sharing what this may look like, how fast the unconscious will deliver information because it so badly wants you to see everything that you have been pushing away. This is a really intimate practice that I'm going to share with you. Before I do this, I want to kind of go into what the practice is. Today, we are looking at the Hakomi Method by Ron Kurtz. He merges this beautiful Eastern philosophy with systems theory, and he brings together, like many other practices, somatic based practices with it, to look at you as this being that is self organizing, self healing, self creating. You can go at your own pace to kind of allow these things to come up because only you and your body know just what you need to allow all of this to come forward. And, you can't force yourself, you can't force the process. That's the number one thing that I've learned in somatics. You can't force your body to do something that it doesn't want to do. So he's developed a method that are based on the principles. And learning about these principles is actually what guides the whole process. You don't even really need to know the technique. You just need to live the principles out, and that will just create this beautiful space to flourish information. And for me, it was the inner child that came forward. It was the developmental trauma, and kind of shaking right now, having to know that I'm about to share this. But okay, really quickly, the principles. He has 5 core principles. It's organicity, which means you are a self healing system. Mindfulness, it's not only a principle, but a state of consciousness. When you're in this state of consciousness, it's like everything wants to come up. And you're allowing, it's like an invitation. You're sending a letter to the unconscious mind and you're saying, hi, I'd really like to build a relationship with you and to just maybe see what comes forward in this. So with the mindful place, you're actually kind of slowing down to speed up the healing. Okay. The third principle is nonviolence, which is when you're working with the practitioner or if you're by yourself, it's to make sure that you're not forcing anything and to also not be judgmental with whatever comes up because it is important. All of it is to its core. Um, the fourth one is mind body holism, which means that there's this, interface between, the brain and the heart, the body and the mind. You're always kind of going between the two of them, but they are, the same. So just kind of remembering that you're always transferring information from different parts to your body. Your knee will tell you something. Okay, the way that you're sweating is going to tell you something. It's becoming so aware of this experience of the thoughts and of the body and how they coincide together that you're actually learning, like, this is self-study. Okay, and then in the fifth one is unity. It is knowing that you are part of a greater whole. Okay, everything is influencing one another. So these principles are quite important. Once you have those rooted in, then the process unfolds beautifully. So um, I'm just going to share this video right now, okay? It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It is not like my normal somatic practices that I'm sharing with you. It's all verbal, and I've already set myself up in an environment where I feel so ready to express what is happening right then and there. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this together. I feel annoyance, frustration, like things are too loud. Everything feels too loud. It feels too busy and too fast. The animals even feel like they're too awake. My body wants to adjust to be a little bit more comfortable though. I just don't know what you expect of me. I don't know what you want. I feel like everything that I do isn't enough. It felt like a childlike part of me that struggled a lot in school. And no one could help her, even being put in special ed. Having to feel like you could never be helped as a child, and like there's something wrong with you, yet no one really knows how to support you. And now, doing all the work that we're doing and reading all the books, it's like none of it's ever enough. Reading and producing, it just doesn't feel like it's enough for you. I don't know the you that is that I'm talking about, but I just want me to be enough. I'm going to stop that there because the rest of the experience is it's an intimate process of processing. Right now, I'm telling myself that I am so safe here to share, and I acknowledge that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's only a moment in time, this discomfort. So many ideas come to mind, but it's also all something that I am creating for myself right now in this experience that's making me not want to share this at all. But I love the method so much that I can't not share this because that's how quickly you can let things come forward. Like, this is a story that my inner child, this is the myth of my inner child that it's constantly created. And what happens to my body when I'm allowing all this to unfold is like the sensations, feeling hot and sweating and and feeling like so much anger and aggression and frustration around this idea, this belief that these systems just aren't they don't have everything in store for certain individuals. It's for one specific way, for one kind of mind, for one kind of child. And they try and fit children into this fucking box. And we're not supposed to be just squeezed and reduced as humans. We're not. And so there's so much that comes up in this. I mean, for me right now, I should say, I'm like trying to have my own back. um It's just so much that is developed from that inner child state of consciousness that is built, and it's been this feedback loop into today. And, it's not true. And actually, if I'm to extend the video more and share it with you, I do come to a place where I'm smiling and laughing and saying, I'm so glad that I'm crying right now because I just wanted to be heard. It's like the inner child's voice. I just wanted to be heard. The cries just wanted to be swept away off my face and just to be held. And throughout this whole time, I'm rubbing my skin, and that's huge within the Hakomi method when you're working with someone. It's just a light hand on the knee. And how does this feel as I'm giving you support while you're going through this? You may slap the hand off, or you may pull the hand closer and put your hand on top of the other hand. Um, it's about the physical experience to allow the psychological to just be what it is. So, I've done my best through this to really kind of find what my core belief is within this, and it's that the system doesn't have anything for me, but the truth is that the system does. All school systems, there's so many. It would be terrible to reduce one system of a mainstream school to a charter school, right? I'm doing the same thing. I'm just kind of uh, I'm doing the same thing. So recognizing the core belief, and then through the end of the video, I end up saying I have so many resources and I have so much help, and I have, a really great mentor that I'm working with. I have all these books. I have my own personal body as this beautiful navigator. Like that is kind of restructuring the core beliefs. So I'm not saying that it's going to take away from the inner child experience, or, completely swipe off that, the years and years that you've collected these beliefs, the developmental trauma. It's not going to just take it all away, but doing this practice time and time again is just that reminder, and kind of this washing away, and cleaning things out so that you don't have any more of this loop. You're jumping out of it, and you're kind of creating this new platform that you're walking on. So that's the video. I've shared it with you. The inner child is something that deserves to be looked at, that deserves to have space. I didn't know that this was going to come about when I did the Hakomi method. I just knew, wow, I really, really love the principles, and to apply this to my everyday life, powerful. Like, let me add it to my yoga practice. Mindfulness is not just awareness, it's not just eh, this uh, I don't know, it's not just a word. Like there's energy behind it, and when you can do that and apply it to your life, it's like you're finding meaning. You're finding meaning within all of these experiences that we potentially create ourselves. Okay, so let me know how you experience this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.